Oh,
there you are. I was really rather struggling on my own for a moment there, I must confess. Forgive me. My name is Dr. Watson of Baker Street. And look at you. Fresh-faced recruits all the way from Scotland Yard.
Looking right at
us.
us.
I know, it's right in my eye.
Been working you very hard, of that I have no doubt. Now, to be honest, you could not have arrived at a better time, for you see, we are in the middle of a right pickle. 3 members of Parliament have all been found dead, hung in their own offices. Now, the strange thing about it is that they all received similar birthday cards the mornings of their deaths, each with a mysterious message written inside. Now, at first, we thought we could be dealing with suicide, but it just doesn't add up. And now, this very morning, Scotland Yard intercepted a similar birthday card that was intended for the Prime Minister.
Oh, no.
So, we fear that if we do not get to the bottom of this, and quickly, he could be our next victim. So I don't need to explain to you how very important this all is. The very future of the country is at stake. Now, normally, I would be working alongside a certain gentleman who I am sure you are very familiar with. Mr. Sherlock Holmes. However, he has gone missing, leaving it down to
been
me
in the room,
to
innit?
solve this crime without him. And I was really rather hoping that you might be.
I wish you wouldn't walk right on me.
It's doing the same on my screen.
Excellent. Scotland Yard really did send their best this time. Well, in that case, we have arranged a special evidence room where you can collate all of your clues in one space. You must gather as much relevant information as you can and pin it upon your board.
Right, so I just look for clues.
Hold on. Press the trigger to look at the clue. And you now know how to interact with objects.
Hey! Who needs Sherlock Holmes, eh?
Right, let's get to...
Right, there's more stuff here that we need to look
back
at.
to Watson.
Markers will guide you through the rooms. Settings, yeah, we don't need that. Something cool out there.
Harper. Cartwright. Dockett. Stunning.
Erwin looks pretty sus.
Well, holding up a number, you look good.
Oh, yeah. You've definitely been pegged for something. Right, there's a magnifying glass here. Don't know what I'm
All right,
supposed to do
go
with
on. Anything show up? Is it just...
it.
Oh, cool. Look.
Where were you on the night of the 12th?
Whoa, crackers.
Have you got...
Take my card. Ah, here we are. Markers will guide you through the rooms.
Let's go report.
Indubitably.
Honestly, technology these days. In my day, it was a simple pen and paper. Well, if we are all quite ready, we really should press on. This is not a game that we are playing here. There is a crime to be solved. So listen carefully to the case of the hung Parliament. The Foreign Secretary, the Home Secretary, and the Lord Chancellor have all been found, hanging in their own chambers. Now, sadly, each victim died on their birthday and had that day received a birthday card with a mysterious message written inside. Inspector Lestrade has put together a list of potential suspects.
So somebody knows their birthdays. Ah, here we go.
Suspect number 1, we have Myrtle Dockett. She runs some of the most influential tabloids in the entire country, most notably the Daily Tribune. There is a lot going around at the moment about freedom of speech after her newspaper's attacks on the government nearly cost them the election. There are a great deal of people in Whitehall who would very much like to shut her up and pass sweeping press reforms, which obviously could prove very bad for business. Suspect number 2 is Walter Irwin. He is founder of the controversial independent political party, the LAFIP. He managed to build a considerable head of steam in the run-up to the election. In fact, many are saying that it was only him conceding and then endorsing the Prime Minister, which swung it in the end. I suspect they must have come up with some sort of arrangement for him to stand aside like that, but what that was, I could not tell you. But it might be worth exploring.
Okay.
Suspect number 3 is Margaret Cartwright. She worked her way up from the factory floor to take over her father's business, and she now presides over the largest textile company in the entire country. She also donated very heavily to the Prime Minister's campaign ahead of the election, which is something that a lot of people found rather curious, especially considering that she has always been a lady of labour and from manufacturing stock. So, might be worth looking into that.
Okay.
Suspect number 4 is Theodore Stelling.
He looks
is a
odd.
publisher at the prestigious Chapman and Hall Publishing House. He's also an old Oxford contemporary of many members
Cannot
of the cabinet.
judge him
though
by
obviously
appearance.
he chose a very different path.
He looks
now,
like,
the word on the street is that he was planning to publish some sort of expose book about their time together as students, but as of yet it has failed to hit the shelves. So we can assume someone important must have sent the attack dogs after him. And last, suspect number 5, Harriet Harper. Somewhat of a wild card here, we might say. We don't know a huge amount about her past, though she is a self-proclaimed anarchist, covered in tattoos, and she also carries around a pet snake. So, no real surprise she came to the attention of Scotland Yard. Notably, though, she has already been issued with a restraining order by the Prime Minister, the details of which are rather hazy. So, certainly worth checking out as well.
Thank you, Watson.
Very
And
good.
there we have it. One of those people is our murderer. Now, if we want to solve a case like the great Sherlock Holmes, we are going to need to think like Sherlock Holmes. The devil can be found in the details. This is a police investigation, though, mind. It will not be enough to simply find out who committed the murder. We must know why.
Why?
And how. If we are to make an arrest, we will need motive, method, and murderer. We have only until Big Ben strikes 9 o'clock to solve this case. So, you had better get cracking. You will only have a fixed amount of time in each room before you have to leave to visit the next, so you will need to focus here. You'll be able to look around and to investigate whatever it is that you can see. Be sure to make
Probably
a
best if we
record of
split up.
anything you think might be a clue to help you solve this case. Do not forget your evidence room. You will need that later. Games
Dude.
afoot.
You have 30 minutes to investigate all 3 crime scenes. Check your wristwatch regularly. Oh, God, we're on a time limit. Right. You do the right side of the room, I'll do the left side. Want to do that? Father? Oh, I found something.
Sorry, I've picked a piece of paper off the floor. I've just gathered it as evidence.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just pinning all the evidence. I've got the couch
Oh, I found a whiskey bottle.
in the way forward.
I've also found a snuff box and it's engraved.
For some strange reason, I've found a rope and a footprint
I found a locked briefcase.
on the couch.
A newspaper that says the Prime Minister fails to impress
So many-
again.
Yeah, I've got that one.
Oh, you've already got it. That's why there's a tick on it.
We've got a photograph here. Can't tell who's on it. Ah, yes, a family photograph. Of somebody who looks like Wednesday. Ah, here's a map of Europe with 3 to 4 locations. Could be important.
Oh, I found a walking stick.
Is that our time? What's that noise?
What is that noise? I found a cheap French plonk. What was that noise?
It's telling us to leave the room.
Is it? No, it's not.
It's saying go through there.
You
Isn't
said
it?
we have 30
Open.
minutes. Oh, yeah, that's when we're done, I think.
All right.
I found a book.
Did you look at the
The
suitcase?
Count of Monte Cristo. I did, but it didn't. Oh, yeah, I did. I've already got it. Never mind. I can't do anything with the hat.
So you've got some clues. We seem to have a large number of clues, but we don't know what to do with them just yet.
Yeah. Well, we're going to go back to the evidence board and review them.
Yeah.
That's me. I'm playing a trumpet for some
I
reason.
don't like these noises.
I'm also playing the piano.
Ah,
Okay. Map of Europe, we got silver platter. What about these photos? Have you looked at the family photos? We've got a family portrait
Yeah.
with frame. Yeah, looks old.
I found a silver platter. We'll check that out later.
See, I thought there'd be something on the jacket,
I think.
but I can't see anything in there. Oh, do you think we'll go through
well
there?
spotted.
I think there's another room. I don't think that's going back to Watson, is it? That's open.
No,
the map.
oh my goodness, we've got to go to the next room.
Yeah,
now.
I think we're done in here.
We've been spending too much time in it.
Yeah, right, let's go to the next room. So we've checked out the Foreign Secretary. Should we go to Lord Chancellor's office?
I'm on the second one now. I'm
Oh, yes, so you went without me. Not a
I
team.
thought we were going together. I thought you came with me.
No, you had to press it as well.
Teapot.
So I think we can actually go to separate rooms.
Another newspaper.
I found a ring.
Scandal in Downing Street.
I found a letter. Dear Mrs. Mayhew, it will come as no surprise that I write to you to request the immediate repayment of my party donation in response to the government's failure to include my name in the most recent list of peerages. You will be enthralled. Oh, no, entirely correct in thinking that Cartwright Mills will never again support the Prime Minister without any of this, with any of his endeavours.
Got a Bible. Another silver platter,
Is that
strangely enough, and
person?
another rope. Indubitably.
Is that a person over there?
Where?
Over here, look. Behind the bar or whatever it is.
Dude,
Creepy, that.
where?
Over there, in the black area.
I don't want to know. I'll look over this way.
Looks like he's looking at his phone or something. There's more letters. Government memo. Found a wallet. No, it's not. It's another snuff box. I found a pocket watch.
Yeah, I just spotted that.
There's a marker over there. What's that doing? Do you see it? Well, that's to
What
go to
marker?
open map.
That's to go to the next room.
Yeah.
Let's go in the next room then.
Hang on.
So the next
There's
room
more stuff here. There's
is...
more. Oh, you've got a whiskey bottle.
I've got it all, everything on my side. I've got everything.
Alright, okay.
Yeah.
Alright then, next room it is. Home Secretary, let's go.
Yep, I've got this side of the room.
Okay.
A book on a couch.
Right, I think I found another snuff box. Alliance, it says.
We've got an... Keep the British Empire British.
Group photograph. Freedom of speech under threat from new Prime Minister. Well, there's a lot of letters we're going to have to go through. A noose found around the victim's
We're
neck.
getting a lot of maps. Yeah, we're getting a lot of maps.
Do you know what we haven't found? Any birthday cards.
The...
Queen Victoria. Mr.
Yeah,
Conti's
good
Old
thing.
Bed and Whiskey. Yeah, because he said they all received a birthday card. So presumably we're going to... If we find any like blank birthday cards or something, then we know we're on to a suspect.
Yeah, I've just seen that.
Here's a
And
list of
let-
peerages that appear to have been amended with Cartwright
Oh, that's
crossed off.
interesting.
keep the British Empire safe. You've done that one.
Okay then, let's...
Are we on to the next one?
Yep.
Did you find the dagger? No. There's a knife on the floor next to you.
Well spotted. Did you get that letter as well?
Yeah. Should we go back to our office?
Yeah, back to the office.
I think we're still on the clock, aren't we? So now we want to start putting things into place. Oh, blimey, look at all this crap we've got.
Just pick one up and then see where it goes.
Trade unionists. Isn't that Mrs. Cartwright?
Dear Mr. Mayhew.
I think a lot of these clues are red herrings.
They're not red herrings, they're just when you get more information.
Yeah. The Prime Minister fails to impress again. Okay, I think she's the anarchist, so I think that goes with her.
Margaret Cartwright has been moved off the peer list. There's a motive. Influence. Tabloid. The Daily Tribune. Anything with the Daily Tribune.
Yes. Who's that? Is that M. Dockett?
Daily Tribune. Here.
Yeah. All right, there we
M.
go.
Cartwright. All Daily Tribune. If it's not relevant to anyone...
Well, no, because look, it says...
put it with her. She's writing the stories.
Runs influential tab M.
Tribune.
Dockett. She runs it. It says right there. Runs influential tabloid.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah. So it's that one. It's M. Dockett. So she runs the newspapers. You're right. I didn't notice that.
Photographs. Check them out.
Yeah. Well, I've
See
just
if
found
anyone's...
Cartwright in a photo with someone opening a factory or something. But do you remember we saw loads of snuff boxes? Propaganda from Mr. Erwin. How are we doing on time? 15 minutes. Scandal in Downing Street, the Daily Tribune, which again is probably her. So far, I'm not finding a connection.
Okay, so we've got Cartwright, okay, was on a peer list and then cancelled from the peer list, can you see?
Yeah.
So there's a motive. Runs the largest textile company in the country and donated heavily to the campaign and yet wasn't picked. Wait a minute. Is this lady wearing a bowler hat? There's a bowler hat in each room. Did you notice it?
I did.
I think we need more information.
Yeah, this is...
We're just guessing.
This is tricky. I haven't found a motive at all. I found suspicious behaviour.
I
To be honest,
found one
I'm
motive.
thinking her because
right.
although there's ropes in every room, she carries a snake around. I think she could be... she's a bit of an anarchist anyway. But hey,
We don't know the cause
if you
of
want to go
death.
see Watson, I don't know if that means we have to submit our answers just yet.
Ah, there you are. How was that? Did you find any useful clues?
Yes.
Very good. Now, I would suggest that the next port of call is either heading to Scotland Yard, where we can dig through the files on some of the
Oh, there's
suspects
more.
and see if there's anything of use there.
I told you there was.
We can go and visit the lovely Dr. Gray in the forensics lab and see what she has come up with.
Forensics.
Unfortunately, we will not be able to do both. So here is where we must make a choice. Will it be Scotland Yard or the laboratory? Choose wisely.
Forensics. We need the evidence. We've got nothing.
Yeah, all right, let's go there.
Okay.
Friend, I can't see the choice. Your face is in the way.
A fine decision. Always follow the evidence. The answers are always there. You just need to know where to look. Or, sometimes, how to look. I digress. You shall be in very fine hands here with Dr. Gray. She's a very intelligent woman, though you must be clear about what it is that you want from her. She will not suffer fools. Perhaps that's why Sherlock is so very fond of her. Remember, Anything that you think might be relevant to help you solve this case, pin it on your evidence board. Good luck,
We will.
detectives. I shall meet you back here when you are done.
Of course. Ah, right. So I thought we were just
Hi,
going to
Watson.
hazard a guess at that point, but I was wrong.
No,
There's more to it.
I wondered if we'd get... Hold on, he's just sitting there.
Yeah, he just sat chilling. Right. Continue. Watson, detective, even though you've made your choice, you still visit the office and go through Scotland Yard's records.
I'm
We have
Gwendolyn
no time
Gray,
left.
and Dr. Watson has instructed me to assist you in your investigation.
10 minutes.
Not that I don't have better things to be getting on with. Still, we have collected all the forensic evidence gathered at the crime scenes. How that evidence is examined is up to you. What would you like to know first?
Just check me watch.
Right, what do we want to know? Were any signs of struggle? What was the cause of death? What was the time of death? We've only got 10 minutes.
Cause of death.
Cause.
We can't just assume it
Well,
was strangulation.
Hanging, obviously. They were found in a
right.
noose.
All right, yeah. Didn't need the sarcasm.
Didn't know it was going to be sarcastic.
What was the time of death?
Well, that's difficult to determine in a case such as this, as all the victims were discovered in the morning. But given the state of the corpse upon my initial investigations, I would hazard a guess that all the victims died within an hour or so of the clock striking midnight on the night of their birthday.
Okay. Any sign of struggle?
Well, apart from the bruising around the neck, which you'd expect with this sort of thing,
That's
no,
good.
there were no
That's good.
signs
There
of
was anything
struggle.
odd.
I think we can still ask that question.
Anything odd, Craig?
Anything odd?
Yeah.
Well, the whole thing's pretty bloody odd if you ask me.
She's rude.
What is curious is that
I
all the
think so
victims
too.
had nosebleeds, although not entirely unusual for hangings.
Okay. All victims had nosebleeds. Well, they were hung. Could it be suicide?
Could they be dead?
Well, you're the detective, but personally, 3 members of the cabinet committing suicide on their birthdays after receiving mysterious letters in the mail seems pretty suspicious to me.
Mm-hmm. Have you tested the victim's blood for substances?
Not yet, but that's not a bad idea.
Okay.
Look, we haven't got all day, so let's crack on with some actual science. What would you like me to do?
Test the blood.
Test the victim's blood. Okay.
What was the other
great.
option?
I didn't read it. I just wanted to get a test of blood.
Well, it could have been important.
Yeah, we'll still have time to get it and do it.
Well. Isn't this
Oh,
curious?
hold on.
Excellent suggestion. Just the sort of thing I'd expect from Mr. Holmes. It seems there is something in the blood, which, if I'm not mistaken, is a paralysing agent. They may have been alive, but there's nothing they could have done to save themselves. We're definitely looking at murder.
Right. We don't care what Sherlock Holmes is like. What is the substance?
Well, I'm afraid I would have to carry out a considerable number more tests to narrow that down.
I think the snuff box or the
Possibly,
bourbon.
with the right tests. But there are thousands of possibilities,
Do you
and
reckon?
we need to try to narrow it down. Did you see anything
Possible.
at the crime scene that could help?
Yes,
you?
snuff. The nose was bleeding.
What do you want to say? Drinks cabinet? Let's say the drinks cabinet.
The whiskey. Mr. Punchy's bourbon. It's not a common brand, is it? Yes, that stood out to me too. Okay, we're running out of time. What would you like to do next?
What do you want to do?
It might have been
Do you
snuff.
want to test the whiskey or the snuff?
Snuff.
Snuff.
Because it
I
was
do
the
think
nose that
snuff.
was bleeding.
Test
Yeah.
the snuff. Right away. Right, I've tested the snuff from all 3 of the victims' snuff boxes, but I'm afraid there is no trace of the paralysing agent.
Damn it.
Just a rather nice blend of tobacco with a hint of vanilla and camphorwood.
We're not going to have time to go to Scotland Yard. I think
Goodness,
test
is
the
that
whiskey.
time? You have to go. I can do one more experiment for
What do you reckon,
and
whiskey?
then I'll send you a telegram of the results. What would you like me to test?
Yeah, the whiskey.
Right, I'll get onto it right away. You'll have the results
And then
as
we've
soon
got
as they
5
come through.
minutes. We can go to the other one.
Oh,
Yeah.
and if you happen to see Mr. Holmes, send him my regards.
Okay. Crack on. We haven't got much time. Did she say she was...
What happened with the whiskey?
Yeah, what happened with the whiskey? Have we been cut off?
Okay, let's go.
What? Where's the yard? Take me to the yard. What's this?
Right.
Scotland Yard, there we are.
Ah,
After all this time, Scotland Yard
very
wasn't a
good.
yard. It was a secret chamber.
detective, all you need to do... Listen.
All you need to do is... All you need is in the cabinet. Case file. Oh no, the correct case file. When you can find the correct case file. Log into PC. And we want to go in files. Does he know the password?
Yeah, you're the computer, dude.
It'll be case sensitive. Shouldn't be too tough to crack. The man's an egomaniac. It'll be case sensitive. Sure. Do we think it's just a capital Sherlock Holmes?
It's Lestrade.
Oh, it's what?
Lestrade.
Like that. Hey, well done, sir. Right, case file we need.
Fantastic.
The study in Scarlet, the signs of Paul. What was that note? What did it say we needed? It was the something beginning with C.
All you need is in the current case file.
It's the hung parliament, isn't it, we want? Ladies dying detective, Hound of the Baskervilles. Hung parliament. There we are. Notice of arrest for Cartwright.
Quickly, we've got seconds.
It has been suspected by yada yada. Oh,
Pin it.
It got rid.
Next one.
Oh yeah. Good idea.
You can read it later.
It won't let
Pin
me.
it.
Pin.
Just pin them.
Yeah, you're right.
Read
Just
them later.
Get everything. Right, got them all. Where have you gone?
Oh,
Right, it's all been pinned. Got a couple of minutes left. Right, so what have we got? Arrest warrants. All victims had nosebleeds. Rubbish. Doesn't help us. I forgot to pin some of the comments that she said, but we remember. Remember the 5th of November. I think that's going to be to do with her. Ugh. Wait, what does this say? It's been reported that on Friday the 9th of May, Walter Irwin was cautioned for disturbing the peace and inciting public disorder at the LFIP rally. Mr. Irwin has been issued with an official warning noting that further incidents of such behaviour will result in his arrest. Okay. So Dad, a paralysing agent. Snake.
yes.
And I think it's something to do with the whiskey.
Yes. And the snake ornament could be a clue. Yes, you might be onto something there. But what's the motive?
She's been issued with a restraining order by the MP. Well, it says it passed as a mystery, so... Although, where's that family portrait that I saw ages ago? This one. Do we think that she is anyone in here? I think she's that little girl, you know. It looks like Wednesday Addams, like you said.
The grumpy face.
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Could be her, you know. Do you reckon?
Well, it's possible.
And who's that guy? So do we have a picture of this guy? Because I think that's that guy. Confused at her motive and her background. But I think it could be her. I think it could be Harper. Oh, didn't someone say they wanted to get her killed? Where was that letter? There was a letter somewhere. Here it is.
A motive. Crackadoon. The motive is anarchy. She's an anarchist.
Well, I'm guessing she's an anarchist.
Right.
Alright. I definitely think it's her and the whiskey. Ask Watson about suspects. There he is.
Ah, there you are. How have we been getting on?
Pretty good.
Smashing.
All of our suspects have been gathered together for questioning over in Newgate Prison. Unfortunately, we will not have time to question them all, so you must choose which suspect that you would like to interview. Now, police interrogation is a very fine art. Each suspect will behave differently according to your line of questioning. So, different approaches may yet yield different results. Right, off you go. Get the answers that you need. I will meet you later and we will discuss your findings. Choose your suspect wisely. Good luck.
Uh-huh. Okay. Who do we want to question? Let's go straight to her. Who we think, Harry?
Yep.
We have 25 minutes to interview the suspect. Here we go. Right, do you have any pets? Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a snake, but he escaped though.
What breed?
He's a scarlet king snake.
Ooh, look! Look at her earrings. She's got Queen Victoria. And do you remember there was a picture of Queen Victoria? I don't know if that links.
He was called Guy.
Guy, 5th of November. Guy Fawkes.
Aye, good shout.
Well, yeah, I knew of them. I knew of their work, but I didn't know them personally. My mum did. Intimately.
Oh. What do you mean by that?
Well, I've been told I can't talk about it. Get myself into trouble. Threatened. One might even say.
Oh. Threatened by whom?
Well, I can't say. You have to ask the Home Secretary about that one.
Ah.
No, she's dead. She killed herself.
I think we got a motive.
When I was just a child.
I think we've definitely got a motive there.
How do you think I feel? I'm an anarchist. Well, in short, we believe that the state should be abolished. I reject all forms of coercive, involuntary hierarchy. The government does more harm than good, don't you think? I mean, let's be honest here. Did you consent to being ruled by this government? Because I didn't.
See, I think, right, although she's an anarchist, I think because the Prime Minister and her mum got on,
have you ever heard of the right
and
of
someone's
revolution?
obviously threatened her, I think she's picking off everyone involved.
You, it is our right.
Poisoning their whiskey.
Our natural right, our duty to abolish any government who doesn't secure our inalienable rights. I'm talking about life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. And this government, the only thing that this government is doing is securing their own rights.
Vive la revolution! Alright. We've sort of buzzed it with air, but I think we've got an idea. The only thing is, that seemed too easy. I think the other ones are going to be just as sort of in your face.
No, I think if you ask the right questions, you'll get the right responses.
Yeah, you're right. I think we've incited her from her. Who should we go to next?
The other lass.
Yeah, I'm intrigued by Mrs. Cartwright.
Who's...
Yeah, the
Yeah.
textile lady.
Yeah, that's where we'll go next. Okay.
All right, do you want to roll with the questions?
Yeah.
No. A bit. I donated to the government's election campaign.
Spider brooch.
I like their policies. They seemed progressive.
There is a bowler hat.
No comment.
She is my second choice, to be fair.
I run the largest textiles company in the country. I'm a tough woman.
Okay.
My success is mine alone. I wouldn't say that. It was more on the left, being a Labour man.
Is that it?
So father.
Father was a Labour man.
Yeah. The other one's looking more suspicious.
I like their policies. They
She's
seemed
dead in the water.
progressive.
I think she's a bit of a...
Okay. Well, yes.
Like the spider could also
The idea of
paralyse.
peerage had been thrown around. My father never took me seriously. He always wanted a son. He never thought I could run the business. I have made it 10 times more successful than it was under him. He always wanted to be a lord. So I thought becoming the first lady in the House of Lords would be a suitable up yours.
She is not a nice lady.
He drank himself to death a few years back. Not like him. But I do enjoy a drink. Yes. I'm partial to a bourbon.
Oh. I bet you are. See, I don't like her. I think she could also be the killer.
It's 50-50, isn't it?
Okay. For the two that we've interviewed, it's 50-50. Where do you want to go next?
I want to go to the office. I want to see what it looks like.
Okay.
Okay, what's different?
We've got all these pin things.
Concentrate on the two. I'm thinking it's Harper.
I definitely think it's Harper.
Cartwright didn't seem to hate the government. She seemed to hate her father.
Yeah.
Yeah? So if you go pick between the two, I'm going to go for
I'd go
Harper.
for Harper. Should we interview the others just in case, though?
Well, yeah, do a thorough job.
Yeah. Oh, play Sherlock's recording. Sherlock's got a recording for us.
Oh, man.
Is this thing operating? How do you work this blasted thing, honestly? Spyglass my eye. What's wrong with a good old-fashioned telephone? Can you see? All right, well, I hope you can hear me. It's me, Sherlock Holmes. I gather you've been working with my colleague, Dr. Watson, on this case of the hung Parliament. Honestly, what a case for your first day on the job. Talk about a baptism of fire. The whole thing's been playing out like one of those adventure novels Mrs. Hudson's so very fond of. A sex and duel drama. I'm sorry I can't be there to help you crack it. I've been pulled away onto another case, and now I'm stuck all the way out here in the middle of nowhere. But I managed to do some investigating before I got pulled away. Everything I came up with is in my study in Baker Street. I'm convinced everything you need to solve it is in there. Good luck, detectives. The Prime Minister's life is in your hands. Right. Well, I best get back to it. Presume nothing. It has long been an axiom of mine that the little things are infinitely the most important.
He's not filling me full of confidence. Right, let's go and speak to... Oh, we can visit Sherlock's study. Should we go to Sherlock's study? Oh, once we go, we can't come back. Never mind.
We're not going to get any better clothes than what we've got.
I know, yeah. 10 minutes to find all information relevant to the case.
Count of Monte Cristo.
The latest events and happenings at home and abroad.
My magnifying glass is going all over the shop.
Where Margaret Cartwright herself spoke of the matter. Was she disappointed to be left off the honours list?
Birthday cards sent to the victims, all painted by the same artist. Painter, you say?
Craggers, I think you might have been right about the mysterious birth of that woman
Oh, yeah.
and the potential fathers. We've got a photograph here, and she'd been bumping them off.
Oh, really?
This is what I think. This is what I'm gathering evidence
The
now.
Rotter's Den.
We've got a poisoner.
Do you remember what she called her snake?
It was a strange name.
If I read them out to you, would you remember? Was it a coral snake or a sidewinder? Or a carter snake?
It was not a sidewinder.
Or a cottonmouth? Ooh, copy of birth certificate, Harriet Harper.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Benjamin David Russell. I think it's me. I'm like 95% sure.
What do you think? Are we ready?
Yeah, let's go out. You sure once you leave you can't come back? You ready to go?
Yep, I'm ready. I think we've done everything.
There you are.
God, he's...
I heard you ran into Mr. Holmes. Unfortunately, though,
just come
Mr.
stormed
Holmes
out, didn't he?
on our own. So, now comes the time where you must present your case. You must examine your theories, interpret the evidence. This will be your only chance to get this right. I will be back shortly, at which point I will be asking you to present your case. Remember, I need motive, method, and murderer.
Yeah.
Now, I appreciate that sometimes detectives like to follow their own lines of inquiry. Believe me, I've had more arguments with Mr. Holmes than I care to imagine. But we cannot arrest everyone. So, you will have 5 minutes, at which point you will be asked to vote. The suspect that you have chosen shall be arrested. And I truly hope you get this right. We do not want another dead politician on our hands.
Are we agreed on Harper?
Yeah, all the way Harper.
When you have eliminated the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be...
So poisoned, then strangled.
Go
Yeah.
to your evidence room. You have 5.
Paralysed them with a
She
snake
didn't get a
poison,
peerage.
and then she strangled them.
Right.
We've received an answer about the
Oh,
about our whiskey. Where did we go to get it?
it might be there in the reports. Have a look.
Here she is. No sign of the paralysing bottles in any of the bottles. Yeah, no sign of the paralysing agent in the bottles. So it's not the whiskey. It's definitely her. We're going for her.
Yes.
So she is the suspect. Let's arrest her.
So, you have decided to arrest Harriet Harper
Yes.
for the murders of William Stephen Avis, Michael Alex Stevens, and Kenneth Elizabeth Mayhew, and the attempted murder of Benjamin David Russell. Let's look at the evidence. Fueled by a desire for revenge for the Prime Minister for denying paternity and driving her mother to an early grave. In her youth, she was obsessed with Guy Fawkes, anarchy, and the notion of toppling the government, led, as it was, by her estranged father. So, to get her revenge, she used her beloved serpent to incapacitate them. Once they had been paralyzed, she was able to take the limp bodies of her victims and string them up. Congratulations, detectives. Excellent, excellent. That makes perfect sense to me. I shall let Scotland Yard know immediately.
Have we got it wrong?
There appears to be someone on the telephone.
We've got it wrong.
Hello?
This will be Sherlock.
Yeah, I think we've got it wrong.
Yes? What do you mean? Well, I can certainly try, but,
Oh, is he going to put it on?
really, I don't think that this is going to work. Honestly, I am not the best with technology.
Oh.
You fools. Harriet is a victim here, not a perpetrator. Abandoned by her father, losing her mother. She may be a curious loner with a strange penchant for exotic pets, but she's not a murderer. Whilst you've been leading the police here on a wild goose chase, our real murderer has struck again. The Prime Minister of Great Britain is dead.
Uh-oh.
We failed our country.
Whoops. Whoopsie.
I shall bear the brunt of this disaster, and I fear it's back to the training academy for you.
Cheers, mate.
You still have much
Appreciate
to learn.
that.
I thought we did all right.
Failed to solve the case of the hung Parliament. I do hope for all our sakes that next time you do better.
Well, next time we'll be more experienced, obviously.
Well, it's not, must have been the other one.
All right,
We have
Watson.
failed, detectives. I sincerely hope if we ever get to work on a case together again, the outcome will be very different.
Oh, yeah, I reckon it will.
Oh, God.
Soz, mate.
How did we get that wrong? That, to me, was a slam dunk.
Oopsie.
I thought we'd done so well.
I think what we did
Even Watson
was
agreed
we
with us.
convinced ourselves.
Yeah, we did.
We convinced ourselves it was one person, which meant we didn't investigate correctly.
Yeah, we were
the
biased.
other people.
Yeah. That's
But
a cool game.
it was our first time on a game, and you know, it's a bit like playing an escape room or something. It's really tough. But
Yeah.
once you've done it once, I think the second time you'll be more aware of the clues.
Yeah, definitely. We'll give it another go another time.